Welcome to Breaking the Cycle, where we get deep into the patterns that keep us stuck and discover the tools to break free. Whether it's binge eating, emotional eating, struggles, self-doubt, we're here to explore the root causes, challenge the status quo, and pave the way for lasting transformation. I'm Natasha D'Souza, your host, coach, and guide, and I'm here to help you take back control and create a life that truly reflects your worth. Hi everyone, and welcome to Breaking the Cycle. Today I have with me Mariana Guemez. She is my spin instructor that I see, I think 3 to 4 times a week. Super inspirational, super motivational at 7 a.m. in the morning. And so it was so important for me to bring her on because you guys know how much I've complained about how much I hated spin or any sort of cardio movement. But we've made it happen and I'm actually starting to love it. And I wanted to bring on the woman that has changed that hate into a passion. And so we're going to learn all about her journey today, what makes her who she is and why she's able to inspire so many. So Mariana, thank you so much for joining us.
I didn't know you hated cycling.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I cried once in Jay's class. I don't even think I told him, but I sat in the back and I wasn't getting any of the moves. I was like, what is this? And I cried. I literally put my head down and I was like, just cry. No one's going to notice.
What?
Yeah, I really hated it so much.
Oh, God.
Because I can't run. I have a knee thing, but I know I needed to do some sort of cardio to get my body moving. So I said, spin is good because you can just sit. You know, if you're tired, you can just sit. But it's not what I signed up for. Like, it wasn't.
You're like, what's this?
Yeah. I'm like, what is this movement? And this is why it's so important for me because to be here today, now, so inspired to sign up for your classes, even the advanced classes. It takes a lot for an instructor to get someone from hatred to, I can't live without it, you know?
Yeah.
And I say this to my friends a lot and it boils down to, yeah, sure, I show up, but it boils down to how you guys lead the way. And I think that's so important. And you do such a good job at it.
Oh my God, from crying in the 4th row to front row now leading the group. Look at you. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
crazy.
yeah, I never thought I would share that story, but I did cry once. It was so bad. It was like the first days and I was like, I'm never going to get this. I'm just never going to get this. But we're here for you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me today. I get to see you fresh and early in the morning with so much energy. But to see you here today, I just want to know everything about you. So we'll start from way back, from your Mexico days when you were young. What was your connection with fitness and all of that?
Fitness?
Yeah.
0%. Like
amazing.
0. I'm telling you. First of all, I used to be like a chubby kid.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was very heavy for my age.
Okay.
You know, I was very young and very like heavy. And I hated sports. I hated like healthy stuff. Like I used to eat whatever, you know, like a kid, you know, like cookies, chips, whatever it is. Like I used to eat everything, like but healthy stuff. I hate it, you know, when you go at school and they have the sports session, whatever. I used to pretend that I was sick all the time because I'm like, what is this? I hate this. And they were like, let's run. And I'm like, what is this? I hate it, everything.
Oh God, I'd never believe that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know, now I cannot live without it. But like, yeah, I was like a chubby kid and like, but I was always a very happy one. But I was... like music has always been my passion.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, since the chubby days.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And like music was what introduced me to the fitness world.
Oh, that's amazing. And so what about music? What got you started with music? Was it listening to it, dancing to it? Like, because you do have to have a rhythm and soul element to music, right?
Yeah, for cycling, 100%. But I'm a singer.
Really?
Yeah, before indoor cycling came to my life, like I studied music. My whole life I was
that makes
like
so much sense.
attending singing lessons and piano and all of this. So that was supposed to be my career.
Right.
So I'm a songwriter also. So
wow.
like, yeah, I do all of that. But so basically, long story short, my sister opened the first indoor cycling studio in my city in Mexico. in 2017.
Right.
And she called me once and she's like, hey, I'm gonna open like a new business literally like tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, and I don't have a receptionist, and I know that you just finished high school and you're not doing anything. Please come and help me. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Anyway, my plan, I was taking a 6-month break between like high school and university to see what I was gonna study and whatever. And so I go and I help her and I see what the coaches are doing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. Although, again, I'm not a fitness person whatsoever. But if I was a trainer, I would have loved to play this and this and this song and da da da. So I started helping the instructors to do the playlist. Because I'm like,
lovely.
oh, play this is sick, play that, da da da. And that's how I started. And
So did you end up teaching at your sister's studio?
yes, that's how I learned. That's where I learned.
Oh, that's amazing. And what was your first class like? I'm so curious to know.
Oh my God. Okay, so like, just because I wasn't a fitness person, I never did anything in my life, never went to the gym in my life, anything. I didn't know anything, yeah?
Yeah.
I was still like chubby, weak, not strong, all of that. And my sister was like, are you, like, why do you want to do this? She's like, no, you're not going to be a trainer. And I'm like, but please, it's my dream. So like when they brought the trainer that trained us, I took the training just out of curiosity. But I was like, low-key, I want to be a trainer. And my sister was like, no, like I don't blame her. Please, like she's amazing. I don't blame her whatsoever because like you see my photos and videos and you're like, bro, you know?
Yeah,
But,
she just wasn't sure.
yeah. And like, I don't blame her, you know? So she's like, no, you're not going to be a trainer. And also, we need to say that I was a very shy kid. Very shy. Like, you used to talk to me and I was like, yeah, you know, like very shy. So she's like, she's shy. She's not healthy. She's never worked out in her life. Like, how, you know? Anyway, so she told me like, no. All the trainers started teaching and all of that. And I used to close the studio and train by myself for like literally every day for months. I'm like, if I want this, I'm gonna work really hard for this. So I was like training by myself all the time, until I remember one day all the trainers were traveling or something like that, and my sister needed covers, and I'm like, please me, and she's like, I'm gonna give you one class only, Mariana, one. And if you mess up, you're out. And I'm like, okay, cool, yes. So it was my moment. I trained so much for that class. And now that you ask me, how was your first class? I don't remember. Like, I was
Really?
so nervous.
Yeah.
You know? I remember that I didn't even know how to clip in. I was like shaking. And I'm like, I genuinely don't remember. And after the class, my sister was like, I knew it. It was so bad. And I'm like, what do you mean it was so bad? She's like, it was so bad, Mariana. And I'm like, oh, God. Anyway, she told me, but okay, you're going to have this one class only. Anyway, like, I started, like, teaching once a week, until, like, people started saying, like, oh, your sister's class is so good. Your sister's class, your sister. She's like, oh, you guys are telling me this because she's my sister, but I know she's not good.
God.
Yeah. So anyway, she came to one of my classes, I would say like 3-4 months later. And like I finished and she's like crying. She comes to me and she's like, babe, this is the best class I've ever taken in my life. You know,
that.
like, what is this? From now on, I want you to train the other trainers to teach classes like this.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? And it was like a sisterhood moment. And we're like, she's like, I'm sorry for not believing in you. And I'm like, it's okay, you know? But that's how I started. Like, I really wanted it, and I worked really, really, really hard for it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's the definition of passion, right?
Yeah.
You sounded like you had such... Was there a connection? Like when you started, because I want to know how you were then to now, but when you started and you got on the bike and you listened to the music, what was going through your body? What was going through your mind?
I guess, well, I as a kid, I always wanted to like be a singer and being on stage and the spotlight and the microphone. So for me, it was like, I found it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is my place. Because like in the cycling classes, you have a stage, the spotlight, the mic, everything, and you're the leader. So I was like, I love this. You know, I can be my artist. I can be myself here. I can be an
Yeah.
artist here, you
Oh,
know?
that's such a beautiful way of looking at
So
it.
yeah, that's
Absolutely.
why.
And how did that transition then from Mexico to where you are now with the lab? And I can't wait to talk about your How to Be a Rockstar program as well. How did that all transition?
Life is crazy. Life is just crazy. Like, if maybe 10 years back you told me like you're gonna be in Dubai, I would have been like, why? You know? But yeah, I was in Mexico. I started in 2017. I was in the same studio around for like, I don't know, 2 years. And then just because I was one of the first ones doing it in Mexico, then I started traveling around Mexico to teach other cycling studios. And then that's how I started doing it around the world. And yeah, they invited me to train a studio in Dubai. And I came for like a week, and they were like, please stay, live here, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna live here whatsoever. Like, I have my whole life in Mexico. Then I went back to Mexico, COVID happened, and then that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Dubai for like 3 months. And I moved here, now it's been 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
common story. I'm just going to go for like 1 year and then we
Yeah.
ended up staying. And you were in for 6 years. That was because Lab's only been around for two. So were
For
you
2
training
years.
around at different studios then?
Yeah. That's where I started. And then I transitioned we created this big monster that the lab is now.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about spin now, but before I do that, I want to know a little bit about that chubby kid and how she was and how she felt.
Yeah.
Being chubby, I mean, I have this brand which I call Breaking the Cycle, which it sounds like you fit right in because you broke so many cycles to be the version you are today. Did that chubby girl ever think that you would be in the position that you are today?
No, never.
Why not?
Because I was so insecure. You know, I was very insecure. I used to like of course back in the day I didn't know, but I used to be very like, I don't want to say I hated myself, but I wasn't comfortable with myself, you know? I had so many girlfriends that were like so pretty and like beautiful bodies. We were so young.
Yeah.
But like all the guys were around them, you know, and they're like, oh, this, and no one was ever like, oh, Mariana, like she's pretty. No one.
Yeah.
So like I kind of like always wanted that somehow, and I used to like compare myself, but at the same time I'm like, this is me and this is how I was born, and like this is gonna be my whole life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Were you insecure about your body?
1,000,000%. Yes. Yes. I love the beach. I love like going to the pool and stuff like that. But I was always like, no, I don't like it. I don't want to go. Because I didn't want to wear the swimsuit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, no, like super insecure, wearing like baggy clothes. And I remember once I was about to go to school after summer or something like that. And my mom was like, let's go shopping for school, whatever, blah, blah. And like, I remember the kids section never used to fit me. Like the princess and Hello Kitty and like all this cute stuff never fit me because like I was too big for them. So I used to go to the women's section with my mom to buy like this cute stuff, you know? And I remember this was like very like, it got stuck in my mind because I really wanted it to wear like this cute stuff, but they were too small for me. I was too big. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know?
Absolutely.
It was tough.
And
yeah.
that sticks with you, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then when you started picking up spin, did it have an overall impact on your fitness, nutrition, how you ate, how you showed up? What was the transition there?
Yeah. So when I started doing cycling, just because I was training a lot, I lost like 15 kilos.
Yeah.
And also I'm very tall. So like you see the photos when I started and you're like, okay, she's not fat. I don't want to say fat. She's not like big,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But still I was like chubby and like, yeah. And not healthy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I lost like 15 kilos and I was like, oh, wow, like this is crazy. So then like just because I was like, I really like this, I wanted to do it in a healthy way. So I was with I had a nutritionist there, and the nutritionist like got me involved into like the protein supplements, whatever, all of these things. So I was like, okay, cool. I like this lifestyle. And also the nutritionist was like, okay, let's add some I don't know, weights or like other kind of workouts, you know, like you cannot just do cycling. Let's do something else. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's how I started loving fitness.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I loved it. And there's no going back now.
Yeah, absolutely. And how is that transition with the love for your body now?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was like so motivated and excited to like see my body and like seeing that now finally I can wear this kind of clothes and I can wear this and like you know, beyond the clothes and beyond all of this is the freedom that I started feeling with it. Insane. Like I felt so free. Now I can go to the beach and I'm like, yeah, you know, like I'm comfortable. I like myself,
Absolutely.
you know? And like the freedom that comes with it was what changed me.
Yeah.
So I guess yeah, like right now, of course sometimes I find myself being like, oh, here and there, but like nothing major, like nothing crazy, you know? I'm like, easy. Tomorrow I just burn it. That's it, you know?
Yeah.
But like I really love the way I look now, the way I am now, and you know? So it's like I don't know how the transition was. I guess it was just like too fast.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, I love this. How can I keep this coming and how can I be healthy? You know, like don't touch me.
Yeah.
I want to keep it. So yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I always know I say I'm a good judge of character. And when I hear you speak, sometimes I tell myself, I'm like, I know this girl has a story. Like, I just know she has a story, you know? And to know that you had weight struggles, you didn't care about fitness, and now you do what you do on a daily basis and now teach other people. I'm just glad I was right. You know, I'm really, really glad I was right. I want to bring it back to here now and how you are in the studio. Is it studio the right
Yep.
the right word? Yeah. And how you are, because I work with a lot of women that struggle with weight, that struggle with obesity. And it was one of the reasons I've struggled with obesity as well. It's one of the reasons for me, spin was the entry level. You know, it was like, okay, Natasha, you can't run, you can't do high rocks, you can't do conditioning. Go cycling. You know, you can sit, you can move your legs. This is kind of what they teach you, right? You can do that. And so it's a very entry level. Of course, there's the advanced, there's the choreo, there's all of that. But how are you managing that in class? Because I'm sure there are other women that come to your class with the same expectations. People who are super advanced, tend to sit in the front and are able to keep up with the moves. But the way you teach your class, I've been there. I've been all the way at number 33, right, to all the way in the front. But there's a way you navigate the class for everyone. And how do you do that?
Honestly, when the first timers come, I always tell them that, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you because I would have told you this. And it's like, absolutely no one in this world can do this for the first time. No one. It's so weird, you know? Follow the beat, follow the choreo. What choreo? You know, follow the combo. Like coordinate, like do so many things. And then you see everyone killing it and you're like, I'm an idiot. You
Yeah,
know,
that's exactly how
you
I
feel so
felt.
stupid. But absolutely no one can do this for the first time. It requires time and all of that. So like I always say that. So I always make sure that I'm like, listen, prioritize the beat, your legs.
Yeah.
And then if you feel comfortable, try to do the rest. But like prioritize the beat. So once I say that, I feel like I have the freedom to be like, okay, let's do this, and that. Because I already told them that if they don't feel comfortable doing that, they can do other stuff. That's one. Second thing is, every time I teach, I try to be like, okay, advanced people, go up. Or advanced, this is for you. The rest, we can sit down. When I have a lot of beginners in the class, more than the advanced crowd, I try to do the beginner stuff on stage. So for example, I'm like, let's sit down, push up seated. And then I'm seated and I'm like, advance, go up.
Right.
But I stay seated, you know? So like, they don't feel like, oh, like losers at the back. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard to do this for the first time. Come on.
Yeah.
No one can do this. I couldn't do it. No one can do this, you know?
Yeah.
So it's so nice. I don't know, like I just put myself in the shoes of others and I'm like, every time I go to any studio to do any discipline for the first time, I feel so like intimidated. And I'm like, I always sit at the back. When I did Pilates for the first time, I'm like, you know? So I know how terrifying it is to attend a studio for the first time and like seeing the communities and seeing like the cool ones. And you're like, I've never done this in my life. It's so intimidating.
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
I try to put myself in their shoes and try, at least as a coach, to be like, it's okay if you feel stupid.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Because you're gonna feel stupid. And cycling, you will. The first class is horrible for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I always say like cycling is like tequila, you know? You don't like it. You have to force yourself to like it, you know? So it's like that. So
And
like
it gets better as you do it,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So like you have to do it minimum 3 times for you to be like, ah, okay, like I get it, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I just want to, like, I just try to make everyone feel like super included and like, yeah, not left out. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I try my best. Let's see.
You do, and it translates really well. I mean, I've come from, being completely overweight, having had thousands of coaches, trainers, and it translates very well, especially with a big group of people. This is not just 8 Pilates beds or things of that sort, right? Or 10. There's 33 people, if I'm not
massive.
mistaken. It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And so I've seen you navigate that. I had no idea that that's why you sit sometimes and you tell Advance to go. But that's so amazing that you're connecting with the audience, because I think it's so, so important. It is quite fast paced. It can take your heart rate up really high. So the fact that you connect with them, that's so sweet. But have you ever had a moment where you see someone in class and you can see that their energy level is low, or they don't have confidence, or they're like really frustrated? Like, do you have those moments sometimes in class?
Yeah.
And then what do you do at that point?
Honestly, it melts my heart sometimes when I see people that I appreciate the effort. Like, I appreciate effort. I appreciate when people, you can tell when someone's trying, and you can tell when someone is not trying. What I've seen people that are just like sitting down on the bike and they're just like,
Just don't
whatever.
care.
Yeah, like, why am I here? Or maybe on the phone. These people
On
I
the
genuinely-
phone.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, these people I genuinely don't care. I'm like, okay, I ignore them.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But when I see effort and when I see that they're like really trying, but like at the same time maybe they're about to get hurt or they're doing something wrong or something like that. First of all, it melts my heart.
Yeah.
But then I go with them and I'm like, no, sit down. Or like, let's do it this way, or blah, 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 blah. Or if sometimes they don't get you, even if you go to them and you
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
them face to face, sometimes they don't get it. So I'm like, okay, everyone, sit down, you know, like I try to make them feel comfortable. And sometimes I'm like, I'm not gonna do the combo. Even if it's like the combo class, cycle class,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do the combo. Just because, like, why would I? You know? Like, I would rather to be able to teach them properly how to ride the bike than doing crazy stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, nope, I changed my plans. We're gonna do this, just simple stuff. And that is a better workout than just like trying to do random stuff, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in one of your classes when you did that. And I was like just creeping my way up. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but that's what changed it for me. I was sitting down, and it was the way you looked at me that I knew I was doing something wrong, right? And you kept looking at me. I was like, I must be doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. And when I looked across, my seat was much lower than everyone else. And that was I think I would always keep my seat at 6, maybe 5. Mm-hmm. And you kept looking and I was like, what's wrong? Like, what? And then I looked at everyone else. I said, maybe my seat's lower. And so I adjusted my seat high, and I swear to you, that's when the game changed, right? But I don't know if you realize you do it, right? It was, you just kept looking at me in a certain way, and then you're like, now you got it. And I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it was it's a moment I told my friend about, and I tell all my friends about that. I was like, guys, it was the moment I lifted my seat, but it's the way she looked at me. I don't have a choice, you know? So I don't think you even realized you did it, but it comes to you so naturally. It does come to you so naturally, because I felt like, it felt very attentive in a big class as well. So I know that's happening, and I know people can really feel it. So that's really, really beautiful. And the energy you have, like 7 a.m. in the morning,
that's
it's
crazy.
not a
It's
joke,
hard.
right? You come, you're so put together, you're on time, your hair is done. Like these are the little things that, as a woman that runs business, I'm not a perfectionist, but I love detail, right? How? Like seriously, how?
I would say that I am a morning person.
Right,
I
that's
love
beautiful.
mornings are my everything. But sometimes it's so hard to wake up, honestly. And yeah, I wake up and sometimes I'm like, oh, I have 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, why did I say yes? Why do I do this? I hate my life. Anyway, I'm getting ready. I'm still hating my life. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, still like tons of gel, whatever. I think that comes from my mom because like
Right, right.
she wouldn't allow me to go to school without like doing my hair.
Really? Yeah. Was
Yeah,
she the same as well?
yeah.
Okay.
But
And your
she used to be
sister?
like, yeah, all of
Oh,
us.
really?
Like with the bows and like stuff like that. But we're always like this, always.
Right.
And she used to get so many compliments about her daughters, like the hair and stuff. But yeah, like since I was a kid, I'm used to like wake up and do my hair and all of that.
Right.
So yeah, still driving to the studio, I'm like, whatever. As soon as I get there and I start seeing all the people, I'm like, ooh, ooh, you know? And like when I'm in the studio, I'm like, hello. It comes naturally.
Yeah.
The hardest part is to wake up and to go there, you know? But
Right.
once I'm there, it's real. Like the energy, I'm excited. I'm like, everything's real, you know? The music is what wakes me up. It's my medicine.
Yeah.
It's literally like the reason why I do what I do. But like, it doesn't matter if it's 7 a.m., I'll be super awake for the class, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you're the one thing I love with great coaches and trainers is consistency. And you are consistent. Like you are the definition of consistent. Good days, bad days. I mean, I think I did a class, when was that? Monday, where you were not feeling that well.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't feeling well, but you were off the bike and someone else was on the bike, but you were still hopping around everywhere. I'm like in my head
Yeah.
thinking, for someone who's not feeling well, like she still has so much energy, you know,
Yeah.
which is so a reflection of you and how you do it. And now you pass that on as well. So I want to get a little bit into your coaching way of how you train coaches and what you expect of them, because you're passing that on now. How is that journey for you? Not only doing what you love, but now training other people to do same. Like, what is that expectation? What does that training look like?
Um, well, going back to what you said, it's something that I teach my trainers, which is like it doesn't matter if you had a bad day, it doesn't matter if you were crying before, or maybe you're sick, or whatever it is. Like, people paid for this at the end of the day. And no one, or maybe just 1% of them, but like no one are there to see you, if that makes sense. They're not here like, I'm gonna go to a cycling class just to see the trainer and to support the trainer. Who says that? Absolutely no one, you know? Everyone's selfish, which is amazing. Everyone's selfish and everyone's there because like they all have like a different goal, you know? Like they all know why they're there. It's different goals, yeah? But like at the same time, I'm like, you gotta show up. They're paying for this and they don't care if you're sad, you're angry, whatever. They want the class and you're here to teach the class. So for me, it's very important. It's like like an alter ego that comes in and I'm like, boom, you know, I gotta teach. This is my character. Then after the class, then I can go and do whatever I want, you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, they gotta show up. And I always try to be the example of that for my coaches. Honestly, I love that. Like, I started like training studios around the world and all of that. And I realized that I love teaching, not just cycling classes, but instructors as well, you know? I love teaching, and I think I have a lot of patience, by the way. And like the instructors at the lab tell me that, like, you're so patient with us.
You are.
Because like, I think, once again, I try to put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, honestly, I passed through all of that. And like, maybe back in the day, people weren't as patient with me, you know? And yes, that's like that made me stronger or whatever, but still I want to make them feel that I'm here for them, you know?
Absolutely.
So like, yeah, I love teaching, and for me it doesn't matter, like I don't care sharing my knowledge. I remember when I decided to create my own workshop, How to Be a Rock Star,
Yeah.
for the first time. I remember I worked so hard for it. I'm like, okay, I think this is a good idea. Let me work on it. So I was working on it, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna teach people how to train. And she's like, but are you sharing like all your knowledge? And I'm like, yes, that's the whole point. She's like, but why? And I'm like, what do you mean why? Because yeah, people need it, maybe, I don't know. She's like, but like maybe they will copy you. And I'm like, Mom, listen, yeah, like it doesn't matter who has my knowledge. It doesn't matter if I share all my secrets. No one in this world can be like me, and I can never be like anybody else. So that's the beauty of it. So here's my knowledge, take it, do whatever it works for you, do whatever works for you, just go for it. And it worked pretty well.
Yeah.
Now I started doing it in 2020, and I still say the same thing. It's like, it doesn't matter. I can give you my playlist. Like, you can do whatever I do. Everything I do, copy paste, and it's gonna be different. The energy is different. It's gonna feel like a different class, you know? So like, I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of like sharing my playlist, sharing my knowledge, sharing.
Yeah.
No.
But, you know, it says a lot about you in today's world to stand up and say, take it and do what you want with it, because we're different people. Because not everyone is like that. And I'm sure you run across people that do that. Because I've gone into studios where they're like, no, you can't record, or make sure the music is not playing in the background. And I would not take it offensively, but I would ask them why. They're like, oh, no, we just don't want anyone following our ways or doing our things, because they feel threatened. So my question to you then is, do you ever feel threatened in doing that?
No. On the contrary, I'm trying to change the industry. At least the indoor cycling industry is very selfish in a way. And now it's opening up a little bit more. But in How to Be a Rockstar, in my workshop, so many people from other studios came.
Really?
And that made me feel so happy, because like you see how we're all sharing experiences, moves, music, all of this, and there's room for everyone, you know? Like everyone can succeed, everyone can shine, everyone can kill it, you know? And there's people for everyone, because it's not like, oh no, we are the foolish. No, we are the foolish. We all can be fool at the same time.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So like, yeah, it's being a bit tough because not a lot of people share the same mindset. But when I did How to Be a Rockstar for the first time, I guess that was gonna be, I thought that was gonna be the case. I thought what people weren't gonna be able to come, or like being, and it happened. Some people messaged me being like, I really wanted to be there, but my studio didn't allow me to go there.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
And that makes me feel so sad. Because it's like, listen, if you don't allow your trainers to learn from others, then they're going to get stuck. You know, I always tell my trainers, go and explore, go to other studios, get to know other trainers. And also right now we're building a beautiful community of coaches. It doesn't matter where you teach, like no one cares, but we all kind of like know each other. And it's like, hey, I'm going to go to your class. Yeah, I have to go to your, you know, and it's so beautiful, honestly, because we're sharing the same interest. But yeah, I got so many messages like that, and I'm like,
oh, that's sad. That's really, really sad. I mean, just, you know, they're blocking their own knowledge by doing that, and growth as well. So it's so amazing to hear you speak that way and pass it on. Now I want to know about your program, what you can share, because I know you have one coming up in November, which I'm so gutted I'm going to miss because I'm going to be away. But
yeah, true.
I know. So I'm 2026. Hopefully, I'll be here. But I know it's an intense program. It's 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. It's 10 hours, which I had no idea about. What's going on here? Like, what's going on?
10 hours and maybe a little bit more. It always ends up being like 11 or 12 hours. It's insane. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but trust me, it's not. Actually, I'm so pissed because I want to add way more stuff, but I have to remove some others because there's not enough time. It's crazy. So yeah, 30 hours in total, 3 days. But yeah, we're not riding 10 hours, of course, because otherwise I would have to call the ambulance, you know, no. But yeah, so the first day, it's all about cycling, like the bike, technique, moves, all of this, like how to create a combination, all of this, like the setup, blah, blah, blah. I call it the boring day.
Yeah.
This is like the bike. Second day, it's all about music. how to create your playlist, but based on emotions. Because like there's so many secrets behind just an indoor cycling class, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like play with the emotions of the people. Every song has an intention and has a different feeling, you know? And that's how you play with emotions. And that's why like you're in the class and you're like, wow, you know? How to play with emotions, how to count BPMs, all about music. And a
Right.
little bit emotional, we have like an acting class.
Really?
Yeah, because again, like when you get on stage, it's not like, oh, Mariana, I'm just chilling, you know? No. When you go on stage, you're like, whoa, like, hello, everyone, you know? It's different. So, like, it's like there's like an acting class, how to use your voice. And then the last day, I also have a special guest. Her name is Melly. She came in May as well. She is a professional in breath work, meditations, all of this. And she helps you basically to like get out of the ego mind and like ego thoughts, all of this, for you to be able to like be cringe. You know, like if you're
Right.
not cringe, you don't succeed. If you're not cringe, you don't succeed.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
always said. Like especially being on stage and stuff, like move, you know, like who cares?
Yeah,
So like
absolutely.
she helps you with that, and like we have like a dance therapy which is so good. And then after that we have an activity that I call the X Factor. I don't want to talk much about the X Factor, but like maybe you can imagine what the X Factor is. So it's intimidating, but it's so cool. So like everyone has a chance to get on stage and to shine and to have their own moment, you
That's
know? So it's
amazing.
super cool,
It
yeah.
sounds like it's a complete external and internal
Yeah.
experience. Is that how you created this for someone? Like, what would you want the person leaving that room to feel or to say when they come out of there?
Like how to be a rock star?
Yeah.
Like that they, I don't know, that it's transformational because it is.
Yeah.
And I learned so much too. Every edition, I end up crying, learning, and like I'm like inspired, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like people share their stories, and you just like get so motivated to like do it, or like to show the world who you are, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck the ego. No one cares about this. Like, no one cares about what people say. It's like, just do it. And I've seen like so many like trainers that did How to Be a Rockstar that right now are killing it. And it's so nice. And it's not just about that, it's also about the people that you get to know in the workshop.
Absolutely.
Because,
Absolutely.
like, I can tell you that I have friends in Singapore and Europe and America, you know, that they come to the workshops, and like if you travel, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the studio. Can I teach? Yeah, get to teach here and like, da, 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 you know. So it's like we're all connecting, and it's
Absolutely.
so cool.
Oh,
It's so nice.
that's amazing. And now that's my other question. So I know you have so many people coming into what's the max? Like how many people do you take at a time per
I always say
cohort?
25, but like sometimes up to
You
30 because
make
it's a lot of
exception.
people.
I can
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah,
Okay, so let's say 30.
yeah.
This is going to be such a biased question, but I have to ask. As you're taking groups through it, are there ones that you can tell, like, oh, she's going to be good?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How can you
Oh my
tell?
God, yeah. Cause like when it's their time to perform, you can tell when someone's a natural.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know? You
absolutely.
can tell. Like of course I have so much empathy for the ones that are shy because I was a shy kid.
Yeah, yeah,
Before I
yeah.
became a trainer, I was a shy kid, and I know that you can make it even though you're shy, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes I see some talents that I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know, they're just like doing random stuff, and I'm like, I love this. And they're like, dancing, wow.
Yeah.
And even the voice, even though sometimes they're not the best on the bike, no one cares about that because for that you can train, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the energy, that's unique. So
Right.
sometimes, yeah, I see people and I'm like, damn, you're gonna be a star.
Wow.
A star.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, because I've gone to great spin sessions, and I've gone to not so great. And so, I've done some sessions at a studio a little bit close to us, let's just put it that way. And it's the energy that misses. So it's nice to see that you're able to tell, okay, she's going to be a rock star, let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
And so I love that. I want to bring it to, so just so that everyone knows, when are you running your program again?
November 14 to 16 and 2025 in the Lab Studios. This is going to be the last edition of this year, but hopefully next year we do more.
Oh, I feel like
So,
there's
yeah.
something more coming next year. I feel like it. I feel like that.
Maybe.
Amazing. I want to go into young girls and people that follow you, because I know you have a following as well on Instagram. And for me, it's really important, especially in this day and age with social media, of how we show up for younger girls and younger women. And I believe you're doing such a great job at that. But knowing that you have so many women that look up to you, you have quite a few young girls that come to your class as well. What is the messaging that you want to promote to younger women on a daily basis, in your life, in your routine? What is that message that you want to share across?
Fear, like to lose the fear, you know? Because my life changed when I allowed myself to do things with a lot of fear. And I don't know, I always said that no one regrets from being brave. And that's basically what changed my life, and that's what I want to communicate to people. Especially in Dubai, I've noticed that so many girls are very insecure in so many different ways. Physically, emotionally, like so many people don't allow themselves to be vulnerable, and like so many people are a bit shy and they don't want to say what they want to say. And I see it, you know? And sometimes people don't even talk to me in person, but they message me and I'm like, oh, wow, you know? And like, it's because people are a bit shy, and I was there.
Yeah.
And I think I missed out on so many things because I was shy, you know?
Yeah.
So like what I want to show and transmit is just like to do it with fear, you know? And because that when I did it, it changed my life. Like it literally
Absolutely.
took me to the other side of the world, you know? So like just do it with fear.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that so much, and such a beautiful message for people going through a lot. Let's put it that way. And today, and you definitely stand out in that area of things. So thank you so much. And where are you going from here? So what is, let's say, Mariana's goals 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Like what are the visions we have in play?
Jeez, honestly, it's crazy because I don't know, you know? I don't know. What I know is that I want to keep doing what I'm doing, maybe in a bigger level. Maybe, I mean, I travel a lot, but maybe traveling a little bit more. I love training trainers. I love teaching people. So yes, I'm very happy about that. Also, something that I promised to myself this year is that I'm gonna go back to music, to singing and writing.
Oh, lovely.
Because that's my passion. That's what I love. And I cannot just like leave it behind, you know?
Oh, that's
So music
amazing.
for sure. And yeah, just to keep growing in so many terms, like social media, cycling, music, and personally, also emotionally too, you know?
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I can't wait to hear your music. I mean, like the fact that you were singing, I had no idea. So I'm actually really keen to hear that. I have one last question for you, and I guess a message as well for your younger self. If you could go back in time and you could give her a message, that girl who was insecure, you know, didn't was afraid of her body and didn't fit in with her friends, and didn't think she would be the head of the rock stars that she is today, what would you go back and tell her?
First of all, I would hug her and be like, trust me, your life is about to get so good. You just need to be patient, and you're going to be able to do all the things that you love and want. You just got to be patient, and just please start loving yourself a little bit more.
Oh, I love that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Mariana.
Oh,
thank you so much for
you.
being here today. And
Thank you.
that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us at Breaking the Cycle. If today's conversation resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, or share this episode with someone who really needs it. Remember, breaking free isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, and trust that transformation is possible.